What is up guys, Kane here, and in this video we're going to talk a little about some events which usually end up overlapping and giving you a ton of rewards for spending Linari and all that kind of stuff in them. So, it doesn't happen all the time. It only happens in some cases where you get showered with a lot of events where even spending Linari in one of them will end up giving you rewards in like 3 more events. And doing so will net you a lot of upgradable materials for your account. So we have the Summoner's Circle, which will give you stuff for spending Linari. And as we look at the bottom, it says draw 30 more to get 1 Summoner's Circle custom reward chest, and then 20 cooling fan. And this 20 cooling fan is part of another event where you're required to spend Linari. However, if you spend in this one, you get materials for this one as well. So in this one, you have to collect the cooling fans to get some additional rewards, but that is just like the achievement point of this specific event, right? So whenever you get those fans and those hot dogs or whatever, you can exchange them for rewards in the shop. And as you can see, the shop contains like the relic stuff, pet stuff, dragons, advanced materials, draconic, construction, temples, pets, equipment. Like, it has almost every feature in here. However, quite a few of these, they don't seem to have a lot of value, at least in my own eyes. There's only rather very few that actually pose a decent value. So, how can I say, personally, since I am not spending a lot of money, and I don't think I've spent almost any money in the past like 30 days or so, and I'm wanting to spend less and less because I already reached a proper stage where I am able to beat quite a few VIP 15s who don't spend an insane amount above that. And I am kind of rising to a decent stage to be able to continue doing so, even if they would spend a little bit more. So for me, that is a good stop, as I don't want to, how can I say, spend a lot more on a daily basis. Now, I'm not saying you should stop spending or anything, that is all up to you, but I have some sort of like stage where I want to reach, and then I just free play from that without spending an insane amount of money. So that aside, the rewards that you may want to pick up. So personally, I actually bought like 10x from this daily limits whenever this event appeared, and 3 more because I was very impatient, because I didn't really want to wait like 4 or 5 days to get the rest of like the cooling fans. So I kind of bought this stuff, and then I realized only after that that this box in Heavenly Gifts relic chest is that the relic that you get is random. And after that I was like, fuck man, I spent like almost 2,500 Linari. And after that I said, yeah, well, I'm not going to spend another for just a random one that I may get that I already have. So instead, I ended up buying these Theurgic shards, which kind of raised my temple relics by a huge amount. Now you have other stuff that you can buy that, will improve your accounts, or depends which stage in the game you are at that will improve your account. So out of all of these, I would say Theurgic shards, these relic boxes, advanced no, unfortunately, advanced materials are, I think they cost a little bit too much in this case. Draconic shards, they cost, rather draconic dust, they cost too much. The construction one, it can be good in the very early servers, because if you're castle like 20, castle like 25, this stuff will probably be able to give you, how can I say, like 8, 9, maybe 10 days if we look at how much I spend here. So in this case, I would reach like 32 times. And 32 times is like 210 hours of building rush, which is almost like 10 days. So you would raise a couple of castle levels, raise a couple of army tiers. And in those new servers, it's, how can I say, having higher tier army unlocks more stuff, unlocks faster daily rewards in terms of like the um not many people base too much importance on these daily stuff or daily activities because they already have them. So to unlock the imbues and the troop equipment stuff, your castle needs to be 35. So most people fail to realize that it's good to upgrade your castle level up until like castle 40, where there are no more features involved to get daily materials from. And a lot of people are saying like, no, you should not invest into that because you hit a cap. So if you don't invest your building rush and you take like 1 or 2 months more to reach castle level 40 or 35 or whatever, you're basically missing that amount of time of getting freebie resources. So if we count 30 days of missing this, and keep in mind, guys, if you do not have Castle 35, most events giving these rewards, so in terms of like troop equipment, if you're not Castle 35, most of these events will not have these as rewards for you specifically. So if another guy is Castle 35 and you're Castle 34, that event will not give you these materials, and the other guy who already has them will get these materials for free. So these are the few things that most players and most veteran players fail to realize, that you need to have this feature unlocked to get free resources from events, free resources from like the freebie events, as in how can I say, I'd rather show you like Nightfire Monster, Elite Trials, Kingdom Guardian, and whatever. If you don't, then man, you're missing out on a lot of free stuff, is all I'm just gonna say. Like even Victory Road, if you don't have those features unlocked, you're missing on so much free stuff. So that aside, there, like I said, are a few things that you can exchange, and it really depends on your account and what time your account is on. So for example, me, there weren't any freebie events that would give you so much Thirdic shards to upgrade your relic temple, right? So this is probably one of the few first events that gives so much Thirdic shards to probably I would like to discuss this as free to play, because you still can acquire this without spending money in terms of like Linari or whatever. So in such a case, we can just assume that this event will give a decent amount of 30 shards without spending money. So you can get like building rush if you're early in the server. You can get these runes with like the leftovers. As you can see, I bought 27 because like these ones, the hot dogs, they don't give much. Like I don't really want to spend my hot dogs on scroll scraps, even if I need a few. A lot of events give them. I don't want to spend on dragon stuff because my dragon is already maxed, the main one. So the only other stuff that's left is just buying +1 selectable runes. At least that's my own opinion. And other stuff is just basically like whatever you need or whatever your account needs. But that is not all. So if you're spending Linari as well, you get some freebie stuff from the big spender. And keep in mind, big spender will disappear in a few days. So I've spent I think about 4,000 Linari today and 2,500 Linari yesterday, something like that, maybe a little bit more. And I unlocked 3 achievements to get freebie stuff in here, which gives me like scroll scraps, draconic dust, some troop equipment, and also freebie stuff from the summer festival. However, these are only three events overlapping together, and there is another one, which literally made me spend the Linari and I'm most likely not gonna have enough for the next golden game board, unfortunately. So, because four of these events overlap, this event is called the Blooms of Rebirth, right? And it has so friggin' many rewards, even like the building rushes, some boxes, and whatever, that it is insane. So, the quest is basically daily login, shop purchase, and then spending money to buy bundles. And then you have the weekly ones, which is buy any set this week, purchase rewards for buying literally anything in this game, and then the one where you need to spend a few times more than the previous one. And then you have an event where you need to spend Linari, and this Linari can be acquired even through the game. So I spent 3,000 total or even more today, and I got like 400 points, which jumped me to level 8 already. And with the daily quests and whatever, I will be able to reach level 9. Unfortunately, I will not be able to reach level 10, even though I would love to, because these Thurgic shards, man, 250,000 per one box is just pretty insane. So, from all of these boxes that I received, I have picked literally all of the Thurgic shards. So today, spending from about 4,500 Linari, I was able to get probably about over 2 million Thurgic shards just from these events, probably closer to 2.5 million. And at the same time, I was lucky enough to get one more relic, which made me able to finish the relic collection and get the 40 relics to level 10 to get this 1 million Thurgic shards as well. So today, I probably had over 3 to 3.5 million Thurgic shards to spend on here from just spending about 4,000 Linari. So it was a pretty crazy upgrade for me today. I've got this Blessed Dexterity added, and I'm very, very close to getting the command and also stamina for my hero. So pretty much, yeah, when events overlap, you have to take a look at how many rewards you are getting and how much stuff you can do. So for me, like these four events here are pretty friggin' insane, and I even got a couple of these red equipment chests. I got a pretty good one for my archer. I got a pretty good one for my Rakan blade, so I even upgraded that much. So probably this is like one of the very few rare cases where I would suggest quite a lot of players to how can I say, draw 30 here and potentially get a few missing fans to get 30 in here, and just spend on stuff that they require in the shop. Open those Blooms of Rebirth for spending your Linari and whatever, and pick whatever you require. Personally, I would highly suggest the relic chests, the Thurgic shards, and I don't think that anything else is very worth picking. However, if you pick like 24 rare prism chests and you get a true prism, then yes, it's insanely worth. But if you pick those rare prisms and you get nothing, and you use all your chests and you get nothing, then it is very bad. So I prefer to just use the more safe option and upgrade a lot for no risk whatsoever. And like I said, today I increased like 100,000 power, but I raised like the troop tiers, I raised hero stats. Since a lot of small spenders and free to play did not have any features to upgrade these relics in terms of Thurgic shards, like this event here and this event right now with the blooms and the other four events, this is literally the best place to spend some Linari to like deck out your relic temple. Like, I don't think there's going to be any better, at least for quite a while. Because whenever it came out, it was so scarce, and now they just released some event and you can just blow up your relics like I don't even know what. So anyways, that's pretty much it for this video, for my opinion. Hopefully quite a few of you already noticed, but you also have at least one day to make your decision whether or not you want to follow a similar path and also receive like 2.5 million Thurgic shards as me for just a few thousand Linari. Now, as I said before, I'll probably not gonna be able to play the golden game boards, but I think it is just worth it, at least for me, because I've received so much stats. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay safe out there.